I'm here on a farm in County Kilkenny today, and I suppose we're approaching the latter end of lactation. The most important thing, I suppose, going forward from here is to look at some of the issues that will make sure that in 2020 we have a successful calving season, and they start right here from today. So the first thing, I suppose, is to make sure cows are in correct body condition going forward, and the recommendation is absolutely to try and dry those cows off at a condition score that we'd like to calve them down. Besides that, then the big issue is to have a very good dry cow mineral program. And really the first thing is, I suppose, all minerals consist of macro elements and micro elements. And in the macros, they have a big influence on the metabolic issues that we'll be confronted with in the spring. And they're mainly calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium and potassium. And they all interact with each other. And the whole purpose of the dry cow mineral program is to manage those in a way that we have a trouble-free calving season next spring. And in particular, milk fever is really the big challenge here, and that's the one we really have to control. In order to do that, I suppose the primary element is magnesium. In the formulations that we use, we include up to 30 grams per head per day at the recommended feeding rate of magnesium, which counteracts calcium, the whole purpose of which is to make the cow's system far more efficient at using calcium when it comes to calving time. As soon as calving occurs, there's a huge demand on the cow's body for calcium. Every litre of milk requires 2 extra grams of calcium per day, and milk fever, however, is just the start of problems. Once you have milk fever, you will automatically increase the incidence substantially of many other metabolic problems. Anytime you have a cow with milk fever, you can take it that there'll be probably 6 other cows with a subclinical level of milk fever as well that'll go unnoticed. So it has been well proven and scientifically shown that low calcium in cows will actually increase distochia by about 2.5, will increase retained placentas by about 3 times, and increase the incidence of LDAs by close to 5 times. And the other, I suppose, half of the issue then is the micro elements. And all surveys of Ireland have shown from forage that particularly the 5 key trace elements that are involved in the immune system, they being selenium, copper, zinc, cobalt, manganese, are all deficient in Irish farms, and generally Irish forages supply less than 20% of cow requirement in that regard. And all the Super Choice range is formulated to recognise that reality and make sure that we provide them. In particular, Pre-Calver Gold incorporates the absolute state-of-the-art organic minerals. But at a very fundamental level, they improve the immune response system of both the cow and indeed the calf. But they have been shown in field trials in recent times, first of all, to improve or reduce mortality by about a factor of halving it. They reduce the incidence of respiratory disease by about half, and they improve and reduce the number of days it takes for that animal that's just going to be born next year. When they calve down, generally you can reduce calving time by about 26 days, so they calve younger. And when they go on to be cows, it improves their fertility as well, and in addition it increased their production. In the first 100 days, trials have shown that the production increases by about 176 litres. So they're all effects that hadn't even spoken of or known before, and are now incorporated into the Super Choice Gold range. So if I was making a recommendation, I'd be absolutely saying go for Gold. That's our absolutely gold standard product that helps you to achieve those.
For the last good few years now at this stage, we've been using Pre-Calver Gold. From about 6 weeks pre-calving, or from the day the first cow is due, we'd start feeding it about 120 grams a day. Usually within the last week then, depending on silage analysis, we'd probably add a bit of sweetened CalMag as well, but by and large we'd just work away with the Pre-Calver Gold. It's all about making it easy and keeping the 6 weeks after the start of calving as simple as possible, because any hiccup is a problem, because it's time, and time isn't our friend that time of the year.
Know what you're feeding, measure out and weigh initially what you're doing. Keep the system very simple. Our best recommendation is top dressing the silage. That's the best way of making sure that most cows get it. If you're short of barrier space, I would say the best recommendation is to do it twice per day. Few little things I suppose to consider. If you have exceptionally high potassium on the farm, it's important to maybe increase the mineral feeding level, or alternatively replace a small amount of the silage with maybe maize silage or whole crop silage if there are options on the farm. For more information, contact your Glanbia Ireland business manager, your branch manager, or go to glanbiaconnect.com.